This video was inspired by motivational author Louise, who founded the Hay House Publishing Organization. According to Louise, personal experience has shown me that disease can be cured if we are willing to alter our way of thinking, believing, and acting. Occasionally, what appears to be a major tragedy becomes the greatest good in our life, and if you listen to what I have to say, your experience with cancer can become a wonderful turning point in your life. Now, I believe that all diseases are self-inflicted. We establish a mental environment in which this disease might grow and thrive, not because we express a desire to be afflicted with it. A few weeks ago, I heard a physician from New York State on television that if the surgeon works on a patient without helping them change the cause of the sickness, then all the doctors are doing is prolonging the patient's life until they can develop another ailment. I believe that we are solely accountable for every experience in our lives, both positive and negative. We all create our experiences by the thoughts and words we think and say. The universe fully supports every thinking and belief we choose to have. Our consciousness accepts any belief we choose to hold. It can be said any way. They both indicate that what I believe about myself and life becomes my reality, and what you decide to believe about yourself and life becomes a reality, and we have an infinite number of mental options. As with everything else in life, the body is a reflection of our inner thoughts and beliefs. If we take the time to listen, our bodies are always communicating with us. Every cell responds to each other and every idea and statement a person has. Continuous styles of thinking and speaking develop body behaviors and postures as well as eases or diseases. A permanent scowling face is not the result of joyful, loving ideas. The inner discourse of a lifetime is visible on the face of the elderly. How will your appearance change as you age? I believe it is our birthright to be completely healthy and completely fulfilled in every aspect of our lives. I wish to assist you in claiming this birth immediately. Some of the suggestions I shall make may appear very elementary. However, these concepts have been implemented repeatedly with tremendous success. They are quite effective. Please follow these recommendations. It will be beneficial in addition to whatever work you may be doing with a doctor or other health professional. Take a deep breath in. Allow yourself to be as comfy as possible while listening to this cassette. Simply allow these concepts to flow over you. You will only accept those concepts that are suitable for you. It makes no difference whether you comprehend them all or not, or if they currently make sense to you. Just play this tape over and over again. Even if you are not actively listening to the words, your subconscious mind will still hear and store any information you require. I believe that all diseases are self-inflicted. We create a mental environment in which this disease might grow and flourish, not because we expressly desire it. Every cell in the body responds to our inner mental discourse. I recently heard a doctor explain that if a surgeon works on a patient without doing anything to help them change the cause of the sickness, then all the surgeon is doing is prolonging the patient's life until the patient develops another disease. Rather than simply treating the symptom, we must eradicate the disease's underlying cause, and for this we must go within ourselves where the disease process originated. I believe that we are solely accountable for every experience in our lives, both positive and negative. We each create our own experiences through the thoughts and words we think and say. The cosmos completely support our inner discourse. No matter what we choose to think, our subconscious mind accepts it as the truth. Both imply that what I believe about myself and about life comes to pass for me. What you decide to believe about yourself and life becomes your reality, and we have limitless options for what we can believe. Your current internal debate will proceed tomorrow, next week, next month, etc. Consider what you are thinking right now. Do you wish for this concept to shape your future? Is it favorable or negative? Merely observe and be mindful. I am not attempting to induce guilt or to make someone wrong. I am bringing to our attention what is occurring within us. Many of us who cause illness and disease are actually completely disconnected from what is occurring within our thoughts and bodies. We only become aware of our bodies when we are ill or in pain. If we do not know what is happening within us, how can we ever change when the only thing we ever deal with, regardless of the difficulty, is a thought which can be altered? All our encounters are only exterior results of our inner discussion. We can choose not to think specific thoughts. Consider how frequently you have refused to think positively about yourself. Well, you can also choose not to think negatively about yourself. It appears to me that everyone I know or have worked with on this planet suffers from self-hatred and guilt to some degree. The more self-hatred and guilt we feel, the less effective our lives become. We find that we are unable to advocate for ourselves, and we are continually seeking the approval of others, or we may be perpetually angry and explosive. The less self-hatred and shame we have, the more effective our lives are on our every level. This includes physical health as well. My experience has taught me that the bottom line for everyone I've ever dealt with is always I'm not good enough, and we frequently add I don't do enough or I don't deserve to do this. Does this sound like you are always expressing, hinting, or feeling that you are inadequate, but to what end and according to what criteria? How could you possibly construct a loving, joyful, prosperous, and healthy life if you hold these negative thoughts so strongly? Your subconscious belief would constantly be in opposition to these objectives and prevent you from achieving them. I believe that bitterness, criticism, guilt, and fear produce the most issues in our body and experiences. These feelings result from assigning blame to others and failing to accept responsibility for our own lives. Whether we wish to improve a life experience or a physical issue, the first step is to declare, I am willing to release the pattern within me that is causing this experience or condition. You can repeat this to yourself repeatedly whenever you consider your sickness. Say it with me now. I am willing to let go of the pattern within myself that has led me to this predicament. As soon as you repeat this affirmation, you are no longer a victim. You are no longer powerless. You are embracing your own power, and you are saying, I may not fully comprehend it. However, I am beginning to see that I have contributed to the creation of this issue, and now I am reclaiming my power, releasing it, and letting it go. What an impressive assertion to have your subconscious mind support. As previously said, resentment of others and self-criticism, guilt for the past, and apprehension about the future are the most destructive mental habits we may have. This type of internal conversation generates a perpetual physical discomfort. These beliefs are physically destructive. Fear can contribute to baldness, ulcers, intestinal issues, and even foot discomfort. Including additional things, arthritis is frequently the result of a lifetime of constant criticism. Long-held resentments eat away at the body and become the disease known as cancer. Guilt always seeks punishment and causes suffering. The source of dread is a lack of faith in the natural course of life. Our breath is the most precious aspect of our lives. If you did not breathe for the next 3 minutes, you would die. However, you are so confident that your neck... breath will arrive that you don't even consider it when you exhale. Now, if the force that created us has given us sufficient air to endure as long as we live, can we not begin to believe that the remainder of our needs will be met? The next time you are scared, remember these tips. Consider the abundance of air and declare, I have faith that the process of life will take care of me. When a person is in agony, I am aware that they have manufactured a great deal of guilt for themselves. Chronic pain is caused by unremitting guilt, which is frequently so buried that we are no longer conscious of it. Before the pain can be removed, this guilt must be eradicated. Guilt is a completely ineffective feeling. It never helps anyone feel better. Neither does it alter the situation. Your sentence has ended. Release yourself from captivity.